Well, hello everybody. Welcome to our Minecraft live lesson for World Wildlife Day, Extinction Safari. So we're running this as a live lesson. So you may be joining us right now on the 3rd of March, which is World Wildlife Day, or you may be accessing the recording afterwards. In any case, you will be able to follow along, pause, ask questions, try things out yourself. So let's give this a go. With you today are me, Stephen Payne. I'm the person at the bottom there. I'm based in Western Australia, the beautiful land of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation. And I work with the Microsoft team as a learning delivery specialist, which means I support schools with Minecraft and all the other great tools that Microsoft have. With me today is Andrew, who is kind of really going to help with all the technical stuff if things go wrong. He's great at that. Andrew, who are you and where are you from?
Lovely to be here, Stephen. My name is Andrew Balzer. I'm from Newcastle, based on the Awabakal land here on a very wet and rainy day. And it's been a pleasure to be here because I'm ready to jump into Minecraft where the weather might be a bit more controllable.
Thanks, Andrew. So a little bit of housekeeping before we start. We are running this live, although I know some people might be joining in afterwards. So we do want to make sure that everyone's respectful. So if you are asking any questions or if you're making any comments, do be positive rather than negative, and make sure everything you do is appropriate to for students. Excellent. So we're in a Teams live event now. I took this photo last year, so it may have changed slightly, but you're able to pause and play this event. So if you need to install Minecraft or find where you need to go, you can pause and rewind, which is great. You can turn the volume up and down. You can turn on the live captions. And we've got a Q&A panel for teachers. So somewhere on your screen, you'll see a little question mark and a speech bubble. So you're able to show and hide questions, and we'll be able to answer you live. There's some great accessibility tools. So you can turn on the captions if you want to be able to read what we're saying. And for students, I'm going to just pause on this screen for a moment. We have got a question and answer form set up. So if you make a note of that web address, bit.ly, bit.ly/mee-oz, all capitals, you'll come to this form where you can put your first name and then submit a question or an answer or a fact or something interesting that you'd like to share with me and Andrew. If you've got a QR code reader, you can just scan that QR code and send us a message. So if anyone is out there in internet land and wants to say hi, maybe you could try that now and just introduce yourself. What's your name and where are you joining us from today? So maybe the city or the suburb or the part of the world where you are. That would be great to hear who's here. And I'll share this during the session, and I think Andrew will put that into the Q&A as well, so you can find that link. Thanks, Andrew. Okay, so what are we actually going to be doing today? Well, we're going to be exploring a particular world that was built in conjunction with the World Wildlife Fund. And the world we're going to look at is called Extinction Safari. And it's a really nice world and where you can explore lots of different animals that have gone extinct in the past. And we can find out why, and we can find out what we can do to support our current animals and plants and make the world sort of a bit more sustainable. So we'll explore that, and I'll show you some great things you can do within Minecraft to help you on your adventure. And then at the end, I'll show you where you can find lots more amazing Minecraft worlds. So the World Wildlife Foundation, WWF, have actually created a whole lot of materials. So you can go and find explore worlds with polar bears, with orangutans, and lots of other things besides. Okay, so I'm going to put Andrew on the spot now. As it's World Wildlife Day, I thought I'd ask Andrew, what's your favourite animal and why, Andrew?
That's a good question. Look, if we're speaking Minecraft animals, I have to say there's one staple that we see all the time, GIFs, photos. It's got to be a Minecraft pig, right? The plush puppy, or doll, I should say, plush puppy. The Minecraft pig. I've got a plush pig here somewhere. Got GIFs of the Minecraft characters riding the pigs. Plus, let's face it, piglets. Cute. So I'm a huge fan. That's me. What about you, Miss Payne?
Well, if you can see my T-shirt, let me just stand up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very tricky.
I love the goats, and the thing I love about them is if you've been playing Minecraft and you just stayed still for too long, then the chances are if there's a goat around, it will come up and ram you. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, I have been pushed off a cliff in Minecraft by a goat.
Oh dear. So that's quite fun. So yeah, there's lots of really great animals in Minecraft. Thanks for that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be using Minecraft Education Edition. So make sure you have it. You can just search online for download Minecraft Education. Make sure it's the education version because that's free for most students in Australia. I've put the link there as well. You can just go to education.minecraft.net/get-started. Hopefully you've got Minecraft installed. You can have it on a Windows PC, which is what I'm using. You can also use it on a Mac, iPad and Chromebook. So we're going to launch Minecraft Education Edition. If you've got the latest version, you'll know you have because you've got the goat and the axolotl. They were the latest animals added into Minecraft. And you can just sign in with your school email address. Okay. So we are going to go and find the Extinction Safari world, and finding worlds is pretty straightforward. There's a lot of worlds already built into the Minecraft library. So once you've logged into Minecraft, you just click play, view the library, and then you can go to subject kits where you've got science, history, maths, and so on. And we're going to go into the science library and then extinction, biodiversity, crisis. And once we're in there, you'll see all of the worlds that are to do with this particular topic. There's also this We Are the Rangers, where you can find more World Wildlife Fund worlds as well. But we're focusing on the extinction, biodiversity crisis today. So there is you can download Minecraft, which I've just mentioned. You can ask us any questions as we go through on this form here. And there is actually a teacher guide. I'm hoping that Andrew can find that link and share it in the Q&A for you. So as students explore the world, they'll be looking at lots of past animals, and there's some useful links and information about those animals in the teacher guide, which is absolutely fine for students to access as well. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So without further ado, I'm going to go into Minecraft. And I've actually got the world up and running. So when you land in the Extinction Safari world, you're presented with this. Well, you're not normally presented with Andrew B. He's a visitor in my world. There, hello, give us a wave or a nod. There we go. So you've got a couple of characters here, and then there's obviously some stuff to explore. So what I'm going to do is just kind of give you a little bit of a tour around about how to start, and then I'll show you some great features and make some suggestions for this lesson. Okay, I'm just going to pause that and make sure I've got everything set up. Okay, cool. So first things first, if you've got if you see a character with some writing above them, they are what's called a non-playing character. They're not going to move around in the game, but they are likely to give you further information. So if I click on this character, she tells me about the world. It was developed in partnership with the World Wildlife Fund. Explore the exciting Minecraft world and understand biodiversity and its importance to our planet's past and future. Onward. And there are some buttons that say learn more, and they will take you to an external site. So it might be an article about a particular topic, or it might be a YouTube clip or something like that. The other thing I wanted to mention here is wherever you've got text, you have this little button here, which is kind of an open book and a speaker. And that is the Immersive Reader. So by clicking that will actually take any of the text, bring it up full screen, and there's some really nifty things you can do with that. Perhaps you find some of the words difficult to read. You can actually have this read out to you.
Welcome to Extinction.
So you can actually listen back to that, and you can even change the background colors, the text size and things like that. And then if we click over on this third option, you can even translate to a different language. So if you're following this and you are better reading one language than another, you can just switch to another language. Okay. Now, Minecraft has just closed on me. That sometimes happens when you're doing something live, something goes wrong. So I'm just going to try opening that up again, and we'll pick it up from there.
It's always good to show exactly that these things can happen, and all that you have to do is more or less just reboot the program.
Absolutely. So while I'm doing that, Minecraft Education Edition, there we go. I'll share that back in. Hopefully that will load nice and quickly now.
Excited to see some of the safari elements that we're going to go on. A bit of a virtual journey and explore. See if I can find some of those favourite animals that we'll discuss. Any pigs? Any goats?
I don't know. We're looking at extinct animals. So I'm thinking maybe dinosaurs, or maybe some of those large fauna.
It is extinction.
Megafauna, isn't it? They call them.
100%. So look, might see a goat, even though it's not extinct. Might just be roaming the plains. We'll see. Might see a pig. Fingers crossed.
Okay. So I'm going to go back into my world. So I won't need to load it again because I've already loaded it. And I can just pick up from where I was. What I'm also going to do now is just show you how you can invite a friend in. I'm sure a lot of students will already know this, but this is a great tip for teachers. So if you're using Minecraft in the class and you want students to come and join you in your world, or maybe students want to work in a world together, you can just generate a 4-picture code and people can come and join your world, which is what Andrew has done with me today. So I'm going to show you that.
And we live very far apart, don't we, Mr. Payne? So it's a great collaboration tool. Mr. Payne's in WA. I'm in New South Wales. Yet virtually, we can go and explore the Extinction Safari together, which is really nice. And make conversation. We were doing Pompeii the other week, digitally, in Minecraft, of course. That was quite interesting. That was very, very interesting. Very intriguing there as well, which I thought was nice. The Pompeii toy box. Absolutely sensational. I love some of the worlds. Lots of worlds. 500 plus worlds. I'm not sure what we're exactly up to. Do you know, Stephen Payne, in terms of the number of predefined lessons?
I think there's about 800 worlds already set up. Yeah.
Wow. It is a lot. It is a lot of worlds.
Okay, so I'm back here now in my world. What I'll do is I'll just kick off. I won't go listening to these characters, but what they're telling me now is to get a minecart. So this is what we're going to travel on. And knowing how good I am at Minecraft, I'm actually going to take a few extras in case I lose one. Always, in fact, one more for luck. It's always a good idea to take more than you need. So we're going to actually go and follow this this path, and we're going to explore. We're going to explore different parts of the world. So I'm going to put my minecart down, and then I'm going to ride my minecart. Oh, I fell off the edge there.
Be careful, don't fall too far.
There we go. Luckily, I'm in creative mode, which means I can actually. Oh, there I'm on the. It nearly got away from me. So I'm on the minecart in Minecraft. Try saying that at the end of a long day. So now I'm just following this path, and I should find, you can kind of see in the background some kind of skeletal figures, and these are the extinct species that we're going to be exploring today. So I think there'll be like a train stop at each object. We might need to go a bit closer to work out what that one is. Any thoughts on that one?
Ooh, looks like a prehistoric emu.
It does, doesn't it? It definitely looks like a big. Oh, that one in front of us. I think I know what that one is.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But let's follow this along. And we can see there's a viewing platform coming up, and I'm going to show you some great little tools that you can use to record your learning as you're going through a Minecraft world. So I'm just going to come up here, and I'll invite you back in a moment, Andrew, don't worry. So I've arrived at this viewing platform, and I can view this big creature. So let me come in here. Someone I could speak to, but I can also look at these images first. So this is a Smilodon. I don't know how I'm saying that. Someone might be able to correct me. Skull cast with jaws at maximum gape. That is a big gape. But what is it? Is that a saber-toothed tiger? I think it is.
It is.
I've heard of those. So there's what it would look like. And then over here, it just tells you where the images came from. So brilliant. We can go to this character now and find out. Sabertoothed cat rather than saber-toothed tiger. So 23 million to 10,000 years ago, the saber-toothed cat lived in American grasslands. At the end of the Ice Age, the changing climate caused massive changes. These changes and hunting by humans is believed to have caused the saber-toothed cat to go extinct. So this button here will actually take us to a website. I think it takes us to the Encyclopedia Britannica. I'll let you explore that yourself, and you can find out more about that particular extinct animal. So I can go and explore this animal here.
Just the tooth alone, Mr. Payne, like just looking at those photos, looking at the three-dimensional model, I haven't seen any species that, I mean, just look, that's a tooth, right? Not a tusk, but a tooth. That would be absolutely incredible to see such a beautiful tiger with that kind of, I can see why they call it the saber-tooth. I can tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to show you here are a couple of features that you can use within Minecraft. So rather than walking around Minecraft and writing things down on paper or on a whiteboard, you can actually bring up a couple of really great tools in Minecraft. One is called the camera. So you actually bring up your inventory by, we've got our controls on the left there. So E will bring up the inventory. So if I press E, I can see my inventory, and I can actually search for a camera, and I can bring that down into my inventory. And then a couple of other things where you can actually record your findings are a portfolio that will keep all your pictures, and you've also got a book and quill. So I'll just hover over those so you can see what they are. We've got a minecart that helps me travel around. We've got a camera, we've got a portfolio, and we've got a book and quill. And with these, we can actually record our journey, or we can record our journey in our journal. So maybe, I just thought journey and journal probably come from the same word. How exciting is that? I'm going to go and explore that after today. So I can pick up the camera by either pressing number 3 because it's in the 3rd slot, or I can just tap it with my finger if I've got a touch screen, and I can right click and take a photo. That's pretty impressive. I've now got a photo of the saber-toothed tiger, and maybe I want a close-up of its tooth. There we go. So where do those photos go when you've taken that picture? Well, they go into your portfolio. So I can press number 4, and I can bring up my portfolio. So this is the tooth, and I can caption them. And this is my saber-tooth cat. So you can label them. You can delete them if you don't want them. So maybe you've taken the wrong photo, and you can also download those, or you can export the whole portfolio, so all of your images in one go, and that just gets exported as a PDF file, so you can open it on your laptop, on your iPad. You can share it to Microsoft Teams or another learning management system that you use, or you can send it straight to a printer. So really simple to record what you're doing. But there might be times when you actually want to write a bit more. And that's where the book and quill comes. So with the book and quill, you can actually record more text than just a caption. So for example, in this activity we're looking at now, I've got some questions that I've been thinking about. So I want to know.
Interesting.
I want to know for each species what their physical features were, and then some of the answers to this. When did they go extinct? Why did you think they went extinct? Are they similar to any current species? And are the risks experienced by animals today similar to the species? So there's a lot to think about there. Rather than just go on a roller coaster ride, let's look at these animals. Let's speak to the scientists and find out about the different animals. So you might want to take a screenshot of those questions, or it's possible that Andrew can also copy those into the Q&A. I'm making him work hard in the background there.
That's okay. I don't think I can put photos into the Q&A, but I can write the questions in there. Not a problem.
Or you can copy it from the PowerPoint I shared with you.
Not a problem.
Excellent. So those are questions that we can think about, and now I'm going to show you how you can actually put that into the Minecraft world. So I'm in Minecraft, and this time I'm going to choose the book and quill, and I'm now going to add a picture here, and I'm going to call it Sabretooth Cat, and then over here, I can't remember, these lived 10,000 years ago. They went extinct by climate change and hunting by humans. They are like tigers, but have much bigger teeth. There we go. I'm sure you'd be able to write something much more accurate than me, but that's a really neat way to be able to record what you're doing as you go around the world. So you can take photos and you can add text, and you can keep adding more pages. And then once you've finished, you sign the book, and you can then download it, or you can leave it in Minecraft for someone else to see. So let me go back to Minecraft. And I'm just going to escape from that now, or everything I've done will be saved in there. But I think that's really useful. Okay, so I've looked at the saber-toothed tiger. I've explored some of that. You might want to pause the video there and make some notes in your book and quill. And then when you're ready, you can come and join me on the journey, and we'll look at a couple more animals. So while we're on the journey, anything you'd like to add, Andrew?
Oh, look, I think it's just a fantastic experience to utilize all of those education tools that you highlighted. The camera, the book and quill, even the book itself, if you need to write in depth about some of these learning experiences. And what a great way to learn to see a saber-toothed tiger in 3 dimensions using spatial awareness. You can fly up to it, you can take photos from multiple angles. It just, oh, wow, look at that. Just gives you such a sense of immersion that a video and a worksheet doesn't do. Look at you taking photos while on the move.
I know, right? I'm
True
taking photos
tourist.
while I'm on the roller coaster. I like this one. Look at the size of those antlers. Is this a reindeer?
It looks like a reindeer, but is it a reindeer?
Tell you what, it's impressive.
Good topic for discussion.
Ah, is it an Irish elk? I've never even heard of that. Irish elk.
Look at those antlers.
Megalosaurus giganteus skeleton. Wow. That. Oh, restoration. That is pretty impressive. Skeletal reconstruction. Wow. So I reckon this lived in Ireland in Europe, but I don't know when. I don't know whether you'd have seen that at the same time as the dinosaurs. Let's find out. The Irish elk was one of the most abundant deer that ever lived. Many scientists argue that factors like environmental change, virulent disease, and hunting by humans wiped out many large mammal species during the end of the European Ice Age, including the Irish elk. So this was one of the most abundant deer, one of the most common deer in Europe. Wow.
It's absolutely huge.
Oh, I've just noticed when you click on an image, the square rotates. Oh, so you could make a puzzle, maybe make a puzzle for the next student.
I love that. I love that. It's a brilliant idea.
Cool. So if you did want to join me back in, let's make another code. There we go. So Andrew, you're able to join my world because we're on the same domain. You can go potion, balloon, book and quill, Steve. Have you got that?
Got it.
Brilliant. So that's a bit of fun. You could just
I can go solve the puzzle.
You could go and solve the puzzle, but maybe you've landed somewhere else. So I can actually use the teleport command. If you need to find out how to use teleport, I think you just ask a student. So I'm going to teleport all the players to me.
Oh, hang on. I'm not quite in there yet.
He's not there yet. I teleported myself to myself.
Can I have that code one more time, please?
Yep.
I'll take a photo of it this time.
Go back up. Potion, balloon, book and quill, Steve.
And Steve.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Potion, balloon, book and quill, Steve. And so you can do that in your class. You can teleport all your classmates to you if you're in the same world, or you can just teleport. If I see someone in the game, I can just teleport that person. So I can
teleport away, please.
Andrew B to at S is myself, and then there's Andrew in his.
I'm an astronaut studying historical extinct.
Good day, Andrew. So this makes it more fun. You can explore together, and he can unscramble my puzzle. Excellent. How cool is that?
That's very cool.
Excellent. I'm going to go on my minecart. You can only have one person on a minecart.
Done.
You solved my puzzle.
I solved the puzzle. Wow, this skeletal reconstruction was from 1856.
Wow. So what I think if you need a minecart, you can get one from this chest here. Did I just send that minecart off by itself?
Yeah. But that's okay. I've got my own.
And which direct? Oh, that's forward. That's the direction I want to go. So I've got my minecart, and I'll go. Oh, I don't want to put a camera down there. Actually, I do. I'm going to take a selfie next to Andrew. Shall we? Where's the big animal? There. So why don't we go and stand over here, and we can take a together. So if I put the camera down on the floor, Andrew can come and stand next to me, and if I click on the camera, it will actually take a photo of both of us. Look at that.
Hey, fantastic.
Andrew and Stephen and the big elk behind us.
One for the bridge.
Excellent. So now my minecart's getting impatient. Look at it rocking and rolling. I'm going to now go for, I hope that's safe. I want to say one that doesn't rock and roll. There we go. That looks better. Do you want to follow me?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'm going to go first. Here we go. So as you've seen there, you can use the camera while you're traveling along. Maybe you can see something out the side, or you just want
the elk.
A nice photo of the elk.
Wow, I wonder what creature we are going to discover next. We've seen the Sabretooth Cat, seen the Irish elk. Very curious.
I'm ready for a dinosaur.
What's coming up? Yeah.
Can you? Oh, what's that?
see a bottom.
Oh. That is, they don't look like teeth, do they? They are proper tusks.
They are proper tusks, absolutely.
I'm getting a photo of that. Look at that. Oh, amazing. Oh, and I've caught up with the, oh, you've overtaken me.
I have. No time to wait.
Oh,
Ooh.
now I'm going backwards.
Where are you going, Mr. Payne? You need to come over here and examine this amazing creature. Number 3
I'm
on
going,
our Extinction
I'm
Safari
going
list.
backwards. Okay. So another thing, if you do fall off the tower at any point, I've managed to not fall off the tower yet, or the roller coaster. There are stairs all the way along, so you can climb up the stairs and catch up. So I don't know what happened there. I started going backwards. So Andrew, is it what I think it is? Is it something woolly?
It is what you think it is, 100%. Amazing details here too, including historical cave paintings.
Oh, I don't know where they live. Did they live in Africa?
No, they didn't live in Africa, actually, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. And that is a good question when you're thinking about Mr. Payne's earlier questions. Need to really discover, where did they come from?
They are huge. Look at that. Woolly mammoth near the Somme River. That's France, isn't it? Are they
I believe
European
so.
as well?
Yeah, I believe it's in Europe.
What can we find out about the woolly mammoth? A commonly found animal during the last ice age. Then 10,000 years ago, their numbers began to dwindle before becoming extinct. Again, climate change and hunting by humans. I'm seeing a pattern here. Climate change and hunting by humans. Yeah, not a great story for biodiversity and our animal life, but amazing to see what we can learn about these older animals. So now if I open up my portfolio, I've got all sorts of, I took a photo of me falling off a minecart. I might delete that one. So I can go through the different pages and see everything that I've done. Ah, brilliant. And again, I can export that to a PDF and share that with my teacher, classmates, family. Excellent. So what's the most interesting facts you've learnt about a woolly mammoth today, Andrew?
Look, I did not know that they were roaming around the River Somme. Had no idea. I did not know that they were existing all the way up until 10,000 years ago. I thought they were much further in the history timeline than 10,000 years. So when you think about it, 10,000 years isn't too long ago in the scheme of, say, the Sabretooth, for example. So there's some really interesting facts here, and I'm just looking at the image that's here in Minecraft. It makes me want to go away and explore more about the woolly mammoth, about their habitat, about their design in terms of having that thick, furry coat. Because they do remind me of an elephant to a degree, but there are some definitely some distinguishable changes.
I only really asked you that question so I could get on the minecart and beat you to the next one.
Oh, I didn't even realise. I'm coming.
Oh, I'm liking this. This looks like a massive, great bird.
I'm on my way. Ah, yes, my emu/ostrich. Curious. Very, very curious.
Moa.
My way.
I know about the moa. I was born in New Zealand, and that's where we learnt about moas when we were little. Great big, I think like 12 feet tall birds that used to roam around New Zealand.
Yes, I actually learned about the moa in a museum in New Zealand 2 years ago.
Look at that. There's a Sir Richard Owen holding the first discovered moa fossil. Can you imagine?
Wow, you could ride mowers. Unbelievable. Look at them.
Mow your lawn.
They look
Very
like big
impressive.
birds.
What's the biggest bird at the moment in the world? Is it an emu or a cassowary?
It might be a cassowary or an emu or an ostrich, but they do remind me of an ostrich. I mean, ostriches are about that big when you stand next to them, and emus.
Yeah, I reckon this one could harm you. What do you reckon?
Yes, this one, like looking at the feet, they look very prehistoric, very, yes, very, very dangerous.
Oh yeah, it reached about 12 feet in height with neck outstretched and weighed about 230 kilograms.
Wow, heavy
Wow,
bird.
imagine having one of those in your garden. And it had few predators before human arrival. All of the moa was soon driven to extinction between 1300 to 1440. So quite a long time ago, 500 to 600 years ago, but that's not a long time in the lifespan of the Earth, is it really?
Well, I can see where we were. Oh, we haven't been over there. Interesting. There's so much more to see. So little
There is.
time.
Well, I'm not sure we'll get to everything today. You might want to pause it at each activity and look around yourself. But I think we'll do maybe two more, and I'll show you a couple of other useful features. Just before I do, see if you can solve this puzzle, Andrew. I've just.
Sorry, I'm trying to race you to the next one. I'm
Oh,
so
you
excited to see what the
knew
next
you'd
one
do
is.
that.
But I fear I went the wrong way, so you might be okay.
I went the way that said forward.
Might be okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm going forward, and I'm gonna hold the camera in my hand. So whenever I'm gonna get a nice backward photo of the mower. Look at that. I didn't get its head in. Let me take another one.
That's a great photo.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, I'm going into a forest now.
Ooh, different biome.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, I sent you a cart, a Minecraft cart, just in case.
Thank you.
So
here, look, I feel cold.
we're changing biome. Interesting, very interesting. And that's another question we could put for our next learning session with our next class. Identify the type of biome that these prehistoric creatures may have lived in. Because I can see that we're traveling through some different tundras, different biomes. As we're going
As I was driving up here, I thought it was like a turtle, but it's a sea cow. 1925, so less than 100 years ago, they reconstructed that. I've not heard of a sea cow.
A sea cow.
Interesting. They've got a skull in the Natural History Museum of London. Looks like what are those big things? A manatee, something like that.
1925. Not too long ago. Oh, sorry, that's a reconstruction.
That was the reconstruction. It was discovered in 1741. It was quickly wiped out by fur traders and seal hunters to collect its valuable fat. That's very sad. So it had only just been discovered in 1741 and was wiped out 27 years later. So let me take a photo and put that in my book and quill. I'll leave you to do that. But I'm just going to show you one other thing that's quite useful, Andrew. Because we're in creative mode, we can actually fly. By double tapping the space bar, we can actually fly up and we can go and explore really closely the animal. Oh, and so that means we can take some really good photos and some really good selfies. So I'm going to go and take a photo of you standing on the back of the sea.
I'm riding the sea cow.
Okay, look up. Give me a wave. Hey, there we go. So yeah, that's really good. So you can go and explore and take photos. I think though, do you reckon using a minecart is quicker than flying?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I would have given you a race, but I think we'll just go in the. Oh, off you go.
I'm so excited to see the last one that we'll have time for. Like this, honestly, and it's interesting. You have to experience it to believe it. It really does get you intrigued to go and explore some of these amazing creatures. this is what it's all about. Getting students and teachers
Oh.
immersed in
This looks like a person with its arms outstretched.
Yeah, it does. I was thinking of a penguin. Some kind of penguin. Find out.
And out.
Aha, interesting.
The great auk. I like a big puffin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Penguin.
I'll be trying to determine what a puffin is.
Why don't you go and find out when they lived and let us know, and I'll go on to the next one.
Great auk. Okay. Very in the North Atlantic, around 1800, the species was under serious threat because of excessive hunting. The bird was large, meaty, and easy prey. Reminds me of the dodo. The last pair were killed in 1844 and proves that uncontrolled hunting can wipe out a species in a short period of time. How sad.
That's really sad. And I need to go and find out more about that. I like all these big birds that I didn't know about. I knew the moa, but I didn't know the other one. Oh, have you beaten me again?
So excited. I want to see the very last one that we're going to fit in. There's just so many amazing models and creatures. Make sure you take your photo. Look back and take your photo of your bird.
You're about 20 seconds ahead of me, so let me know what it is when you think you've worked it out.
Oh, I see something appearing in the distance. Ooh. I was going to say unicorn, but we'll see.
It's a horse, a big horse.
I think it looks like a cross between a zebra and a horse.
Looks like a massive mule.
Which I believe is the quagga. Yeah, it is the quagga. There you go. Mr. Bowser knows his geography. I used to teach about the quagga in history. This is very interesting.
We have an animal in WA called the quokka. It doesn't look like that, though.
Interesting. 1804. Ah, half horse, half zebra. Zebra.
There's too many cots, so I'm going to fly over to see you.
Oh no, another pattern. Extinction is attributed to hunting and planned extermination. Wild grass-eating animals, such as the quagga or quokka, were perceived as competitors for sheep and livestock. How interesting. How interesting. Formerly found in vast herds across the Great Plains of South Africa. The undersurface of the body and the legs and the tail were all nearly white.
So what I'm going to do actually, just to finish off, I'm just going to take you to the end of this activity where there's some more activities where you can go and explore different biomes and learn a bit more about biodiversity and genetics. So there's like this little museum at the end of this safari. So I'm just going to show you where that is. And then I'll show you where you can go and find more worlds, and you can go and explore Minecraft and learn all about. You can see those kind of the biome domes in the background there. Here we go.
Interesting. The quagga, or the quagga, last one died in captivity in 1872 in the London Zoo. There you go.
I'm just going to pause here for a second because this is one a bit more close to home. You might be able to make out. That is the Tasmanian Tiger. And yeah, it's been around till very recently, I believe, Andrew.
Trilacicine.
So that's definitely one to explore. And I'm sure you can find a lot more about that as it's native to Tasmania, but I'm just gonna whiz on past that one. You might want to pause and have a look yourself, and I'm just gonna whiz on to the end of this roller coaster and show you what's there.
Absolutely. And it's just interesting, you know, I've clicked on learn more under every scientist. And I have all of these Britannica pages up, just reading about these amazing creatures and having a look at their photos, their traits. It's interesting to see real photos too, like historical photos of some of these creatures that are now extinct compared to reconstructions.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one, very, very recent, the Western black rhino. And then I think you can see in the background there the giant tortoise. I'm not going to stop here. I'm just going to take you straight past so you can, so we can get to the end. But I think the giant tortoise was only the last one died maybe 10 years ago or something. It wasn't very long ago, and they're now extinct. So we've gone right back from prehistoric times right up to very, very recent past when I think most people watching this would have been alive, which is quite a sombering thought. Beautiful.
You're loving the visual tour.
Oh,
It's incredible, isn't it?
Beautiful animal.
Oh, look at that lovely turtle.
And they call it it's the Pinta tortoise, is it called? George, the last Pinta Island tortoise. And I don't know how old he was, but I think he died just in the 2010 or something, very recent. So yeah, definitely one to explore there. And I think that's the last one on our journey. We'll just go and find the end. And we'll leave you in the capable hands of the scientists. I have to say, I'm not a scientist, so everything I've said, you need to fact check.
You can be a scientist after this experience. You'd be so versed in extincted species.
I mean, I'm not a professional scientist, but I suppose we're all scientists, aren't we? Place used minecarts here, so that's it. We finished with our minecarts. We can put them in the chest, and the safari keeper can use them next time. So now we're coming to a kind of sciencey museum adventure area, and these are all different biomes that you can go and explore. I'm not going to explore them now. I'm just going to kind of show you where everything is and leave you to explore that yourself. So we've got a biome help desk. We can go and learn about DNA research, the mountain biome, ocean biome, forest biome, plains biome, and Arctic biome. And you'll see there's all sorts of other animals that we haven't looked at. We can go and explore about the snow leopard, the Siberian ibex. We can go and learn about what's over here. Oh, we can go and learn from the WWF scientist and explore the deforestation zone. There's all sorts of different lessons and activities that you can go and explore. So what I say is grab your camera, grab your book and quill, and go and explore everything that's available to you there. Excellent.
I love the museum. Isn't it incredible? Like you go on this amazing in-depth learning journey, exploring extincted species, studying, writing, taking photos, and then you get to come and compile all of that information together in a museum. It's wonderful.
It's brilliant. So I'm just going to pause that game and I'm going to save and exit. And because Andrew was in my world, he's now been kicked out of that world. That world is now stored on my computer and I can pick up from where I left off. So if I then log on to my computer this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm able to go back into that world and continue exploring. So really flexible little tool. What I want to do now, just to finish off, is show you where there's some other great worlds. If I go into, this is my landing page. If I go into play, I can find all my worlds. There's the one I was working on today. And these are ones I've been working on earlier this week. But if I go into the library, I've got the subject kits and I can go into science. There's the Extinction Biodiversity Crisis. We did this activity today, Extinction Safari, but you can also go and learn about the Arctic, tropical ravines, function reefs. And then there's another great one called We Are the Rangers. So this is all about conservation, a series of lessons. And what's nice about them is that it's got the learning objectives, and many of them have lesson plans as well for teachers. So you can explore loads of science stuff. And the other one I wanted to show you were these starter worlds. So you've actually got in there different biomes. And when you make a Minecraft world, you've got different flora and fauna, different animals, different waterways, mountains, lakes, depending on where you land. So you might go in the desert or the forest or the ice plains, and you have different animals and different geographical features to contend with. So it's definitely worth exploring the different biomes when you're looking at nature in Minecraft. So that's really all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you've had a great chance to play either by yourself or following along with me and Andrew. I think you noticed that me and Andrew had quite a bit of fun during that. So I'm just going to say thank you, and we're going to be running some more sessions on Minecraft throughout the year on different themes. Let's just see if I can. I had a nice thank you page, but it doesn't want to come up, so I'll just wave and say thank you. Andrew, do you want to say anything before we say goodbye?
Yeah, look, I think that was a fantastic lesson. Exactly what you'd love to sign up for and as an educator, as a student. See how someone drives the world, explores the world, see the interaction between the teacher and the students, obviously in the simulated environment that we did. But there's no doubt that Minecraft Education Edition is a fantastic complementary learning tool, especially for that spatial awareness and that three-dimensional learning scope to really get students excited to understand various topics. And obviously today, Extinction Safari was our topic at hand. A fantastic lesson, tons of discussion and talking points, as you could see throughout that lesson. And we did that in the course of just under an hour. So you could tailor that, you could break it up into snippets. You might reward the students by letting them do one Extinction Safari model at a time. It's completely up to you. But thank you so much, Stephen, for your lovely demonstration. Obviously, it's always a pleasure learning from the best, one of our Minecraft leads here in Australia. I'm very excited to see what you come up with next time.
And thank you, Andrew, and thanks everyone for joining us. See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.